Okay, greetings everyone. This is First Centurion 753, back with another episode of the American Empire series. We're going to begin the Cuban invasion soon. We've already begun moving pieces into position, so to speak. I've got an invasion force of almost 30,000 in, or I'm sorry, almost 200,000 in the Gulf of Mexico. I have ordered at least, I think, 5 carriers to be deployed to the Gulf and to the waters outside around the Bahamas. This one came out of Guantanamo Bay, and the other ones are kind of far away. But I also have several surface ships and nuclear submarines, which I believe can launch, as well as I am also beginning to deploy rocket launchers towards Florida. I began construction of an air base down here, but I don't think I'll get it finished in time for the invasion. I did, let's see here, where was it? It is under Secret Services. The reason why I'm actually updating you guys now is because we did find some information. Consult secret files on heads of state. So these are all the files we have on different heads of states. And for Cuba, they are aiding terrorist organization. And we have proof that they're aiding terrorist organization. Got which ones they're aiding. We also have that for Colombia. Oh, India, we've got a lot of information. Suspicions of nuclear weapons, financial aid to terrorists, supplier of weapons to terrorists. Most of these are financial aid to terrorists, supplier of weapons. That's for Saudi Arabia, and then Vietnam purchased nuclear weapons. We have proof of that. But focusing on Cuba right now. That is the next step in the American Empire series, and I guess it's about time for me to take some diplomatic steps against Cuba. Just to go over a few things that I've done since the last episode. Real quick, one of the big things I've done is the trade. Again, we still have a budget surplus, although, budget excess. Although there's been a lot of money required for like natural disasters. Like, I don't know, this is like, I think, oh, there was a hurricane. Like a hurricane, I guess, dissipated. This is patch 6.24, and it seems like there's a lot more natural disasters that are happening, at least in America, than in like previous patches. So. But I also wanted to show that I'm sort of starting to move in around Cuba and positioning my forces. So I think it's about time to take some diplomatic action against Cuba. We probably already have an embargo against them, don't you think? If this is accurate, import-export embargo already exists. Okay, so let's go ahead and we manage our foreign embassies. I don't think we have an embassy in Cuba, right? Probably should not have an embassy in Cuba. We do. Let's go ahead and close down the US Cuban embassies. Alright. Closing down Cuban embassies, and we're going to go ahead and ban their head of state. Alright, so those actions have been taken. Oh, and I wanted to show you economically what I've done. Funeral for the head of state. Earthquake in California. Look at this, 2.05 billion. It's like an earthquake every month in California.
It is my duty to inform you that the highest military chief...
Ooh, what are you talking about there? I disagree with my moves. We are positioning ourselves around Cuba in preparation for an invasion. Yeah, that'll be... Oh, nope, I don't want them to go there. Let's move them right here into these straits. And we've got more surface ships on the way. Rocket launchers. There should be a number of tanks too. So we have 79 tanks there. And another 75 tanks there. More missile launchers. Fort Hood has got 111 tanks. Let's move them into position. Begin moving them. And right, back to what I wanted to mention before. As far as trade is concerned, we did go ahead and have a summit with Brazil, I believe. Yes. And we are now buying a lot of things from Brazil: sugar, cotton, iron, and bauxite. And I've been trying to negotiate independently with the Russians. Oh, see, there's the Hurricane Caesar. Trying to negotiate with the Russians and the Chinese, but I don't want to actually have a meeting with them because they have a lot of stuff that I want. They have a lot of goods, and they're like the only major economies that can supply us. Because most trade treaties, if you establish them, if the countries are too small, they can't provide you with enough of the goods that you need to get one of these negative frowns over here. And I don't know, something just tells me that the smiley faces that you get would be better for your popularity. I don't know. I feel like it's better to have smiley faces than frowns. And to do that, you need to have a good portion of the economy. So the contract will provide us with a very low price. This contract volume is important. This contract will provide a large part of the supply we need. So for these contracts to be good, there is a volume requirement. And again, I don't really know the impact of that. But there is a God Spy edition. Oh, look at this foreign policy. We're getting killed on foreign policy.
We are awaiting your instructions.
Uprising in Washington. Wow. I guess those moves against Cuba were not
In
very
the
popular.
wee hours, a tsunami.
Terrifying tidal wave.
wave.
Look at all these natural disasters that are coming in. Alright, so we got an uprising. See, the popularity. Well, I got time for the popularity because we just got an election. This is still the first year. So, let's try to appear on television. And again, I'm playing as Hilda Tilton, and this is now after the election, so Hillary Clinton has officially lost, based on the time of my recording, so I realized that. But I started as this one. I started as Clinton. I tried to play as Obama, like I said in the previous episode, and get third term and everything. And I've also tried to play as the Republicans, but I've lost the election to Republicans. I'm not good at campaigning with Republicans in this game yet. I assume just promise a whole bunch of tax cuts or something like that. She's gonna go ahead and try to speak for them here. But I'm not playing as Hillary Clinton would play if she were the president, or she would act as she was the president, or how Donald Trump would act. At least I don't think. I'm playing more as an
The
imperialist.
rioters have taken control of the school.
Centaurian imperialist.
Many people watched your television appearance as usual.
Yeah, that
But
makes
it
sense. Yeah, so like I said, I'm trying to play as a imperialist, Centaurian, empire-building, American type situation. So, we can go in here and check out... Oh my god, look at all these people. That is a lot. Let's throw some tear gas right in there. Throw some tear gas in there. So it looks like these people are not for the war. At least they're all concentrated in one spot. I don't want these cars to get there too quickly. They always get destroyed. For some reason, protesters destroy police automobiles. These look like armored cars almost. I don't know how the protesters always destroy these things. Alright, they're getting whooped. Throw some more tear gas. Break this up. There we go. Locking up a few guys. And this is not what I wanted to include in the series, sorry. I wanted to really focus on more of the invasion plan, but I gotta deal with this first, so... And they are throwing something at me. clubs or something. Oh, that looks like Molotov cocktails. Oh wow, my police officers are getting whooped. Let's see if I can throw some more tear gas and break these guys up. I think that broke them up. That worked out well. I don't have any guys left. It's an interesting look. Much easier to look at it this way, though. See, these cars just get wiped out by these random protesters. Not even like the tough thug-type protesters. These are just the regular protesters. I might need the police, or I might need the army for this one. Let's see what we got. Oh boy, do I bring in the army. Speed things up a little bit, try to get through this. Wow, this is a mess. And there's the Donald Trump character. Ronald Trump.
Here, from the Parliament of the country, we declare that we are the new legitimate representative.
Wow. This is almost like Civil War in America. Or sometimes it looks like that's happening. Time to bring in the army, I think. Maybe not yet. Get that guy. Good lord. Are these more protesters coming in? Uh-oh. Yeah, there's more protesters. We gotta break this thing up. Let's bring in the tanks. Use of the military is going to hurt my popularity. But they should start running. Military intervention. We took a little bit of a hit there. This should scare enough people. That should finish them off. Okay. Sorry to get distracted there.
We have subdued the rebel movement. There's no more unrest in...
Good.
Our infiltrated scientific agents
No, I don't want a nuclear power plant.
Our infiltrated
Excellent.
scientific agents.
We don't want to mess with that right now. Okay, so we are definitely positioning our fleets all around Cuba. I think it's time to go ahead and talk to the United Nations. Appeal to the United Nations and get a mandate against these Cubans before this situation gets worse. So, provide proof that nation is a threat to international security. Let's go ahead and show Cuba. And we'll see what happens after that. These rocket launchers probably should be closer. We've got several of them set up here. Let's bring these guys a little bit closer. I think these rockets should be able to reach Cuba. Evidence sufficient for sanctions. After examining your request, we admit the evidence that you brought to our attention is sufficiently strong to take concrete action against Cuba. Alright, now this is when I have to buddy up to the Russians and the Chinese so they don't block the UN resolution. Here we go. November of 2017, we are asking the United Nations Security Council Tribune for a resolution against Cuba. And let's see what happens. We got a lot of forces positioning. Some of these are tanks. Our invasion force is right along the coast there.
We are
uprising
awaiting
in
your
Juneau,
instructions
Alaska?
to direct.
Why? Why would there be an uprising there?
Our infiltrated scientific agents inform me
Stop with the Chinese. I don't care about this
our
stuff.
governmental
missile
cell
target, I
informed
will take them.
The rioters have taken.
What the heck? Oh my god. Juneau, Alaska? Who the heck are these people? People. Appear on TV. See if that works. What? Protest in Juneau, Alaska? Okay. Back to business. Let's see what the reaction. National rest.
Your television appearance had an undeniable.
Yuck. Adds fuel to the fire. What are these people upset about? Let's deploy soldiers at strategic locations. Popularity is definitely declining here. But the GDP, I think, has been growing. 19 billion, or trillion.
The rebels have set up a barricade.
Great.
Given the situation, the army has decided to let the people choose. A vote will be held to elect a legitimate governing authority. We think it seems only fair that you can also take part in these elections.
Okay. So the army is forcing elections? That is ridiculous. What if I go ahead and... That's a lot of money. No one really wants that either. Alright, let's get rid of that. Housing subsidies should be an easy way to boost my popularity. Let's see the impact of this. Very good. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Alright, housing subsidies hopefully will boost my popularity again. Queen problem. Madam President, James Queen is the problem. Okay. But that has something to do with her. Look at Cuba. Red hot at this point. The situation is. Still waiting for the Security Council. Thanksgiving.
The preparations are
Let's go ahead and meet there. A little bit of boost.
business leaders are currently marching through the city relatively calmly without breaching the peace.
You know, I cut taxes on businesses earlier. They should be happy with me. What happens if I cut taxes with them? 13 billion, that's a lot. People won't like it. Republicans will, but people won't.
The jokes of the humorist become painful.
Ah, we're getting hit by a humorist here. See if I can get an endorsement from a key figure, maybe an athlete. There's somebody. Let's meet with her. Tennis woman should back me up. Still waiting for those other aircraft carriers. Look at that huge storm. There was supposed to be an aircraft carrier. Oh, there it is. Coming from Africa. That's the closest one. There should be another one coming up from the south as well. It might take that one a little bit longer, though. Don't remember where it was coming from. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's gonna take a while before these aircraft carriers get there. And then I had a couple coming in from the Pacific. Ah, why don't you go through the Panama Canal? Campaign statements. Are we in a campaign now?
I'd be happy to. That's really... No problem. Yes, it's a good...
Okay, that should be an endorsement. Let's see, I think I'm in the middle of the campaign. Oh, we're not in the middle of the election campaign. Okay. I don't understand what's going on with that military. It sounds like they're going to try to remove me from power. This is almost like the coup that Democrats are some Democrats are trying to pull off the Electoral College right now, I think. Some people are trying to urge the Electoral College not to vote for the Trump election. And that vote does occur on December 19th, FYI. The electors are the ones who choose who the president is. But that has never happened in history, that the electors go against the popular, well, not the popular vote, the outcome of the November election. Some electors have voted against it, but they've never, like, changed the decision, I think. Bomb attack against military convoy in Japan. There's all kinds of chaos going on in the world right now.
Public sector workers are calling for, and I quote, ambitious and good quality public services.
This is not good. Military attacking Turkey. And Venezuela offer rejected. We're getting hit from all over the place here. 2 hurricanes. Hopefully this empire lasts. And it's been about 20 minutes, so I'm going to put a cut in this one right here. And then we'll see what happens